Hey, where saints? Father Chris here. Welcome to our Crucifixional Life stream. Glad to have you beautiful people with us. We are talking about the scandal at my high school in Sherman Oaks, California. As I said yesterday, I graduated from Notre Dame High School, a Roman Catholic high school, part of the Brotherhood of the Holy Cross, very traditional, very conservative Catholic branch. And this past Saturday, they crowned a homecoming queen who was a homosexual young man. And while this week I'm not really interested in even diving into the merits or the flaws of homosexuality, I use it as an entering what do you want to call it, an intro salvo, whatever, an introductory salvo, jumping off point, says Greg, where we talk about some of the softness that people are becoming because of this weird desire, this incessant need to pander and cater to this new woke theology, this progressive garbage that's out there that's just, like we said yesterday, it's just dumb. I mean, I hate to use harsh words, but like it really is. It's not logic. It's not definitely not biology, definitely not science, certainly not rational, and it's not stuff that's really of truth and the faith and how, why do people pander to all this kind of stuff? The problem with it is, well, let's say it like this. The damage that is done is something that probably wasn't intended. And yet, nevertheless, it should be the loudest bell ringing in this whole conversation. And that is, what does it say to all of our girls that a homecoming queen was chosen as a boy? Gay or not, right? They picked a boy. And the rationale was, well, he likes boys. That's the conversation we're going after tomorrow. But like, what message do we send to our girls, right? Like, all of this pandering, and I use that word because that's exactly what it is. The silly pandering towards the LGBTQ movement has undone all the work that now the National Organization for Women did. Like, in the blink of an eye, right? Like, I'm not even pro now. I'm just saying, like, they have worked hard to get to a certain place. I think a lot of it's has made a lot of other mistakes in the world, but they worked hard. And we really believe that men and women are equal. I mean, we're seeing equality in greater percentages in the workforce, in, excuse me, in political offices. I mean, we almost had a few years ago a woman become the president of the United States. I mean, that there's movement forward. Maybe we're not there, but there's movement forward. And then all of a sudden, when women are feeling like, yeah, we're empowered and we can have some equality with men, in the blink of an eye, a Roman Catholic high school destroys that by picking a guy to be a gal. Like, do you not see the chaos that's there? This pandering to the LGBTQ wokeism cost or was done at the expense of the movement for women. And so, which progressive side do you side with more? I mean, who's going to win that fight? Which is it, right? The problem with all of it is the girls. God bless those girls. Because you can imagine, think about it from their perspective. Like, high school years for teenage girls, I have 2 of them, by the way, so I know what I'm talking about, right? High school years are tough. It's just very competitive, and girls can be very, sorry ladies, catty and petty with stuff. And they're always trying to see what, to find their place. Now you imagine there's, say, 3,000 kids in this high school, and half of them, right, are girls. So you got like 1,000 to 1,500 young girls there. And they're competing with one another to be the homecoming queen. And then all of a sudden you find out what? I lost? That's rough. Then you find out you lost to a boy? What's that do, right? The travesty of that is that in spite of the way that men and women are in this world, in God's eyes, they're all of equal value. In Genesis, when God creates, in chapter 1, he creates man in his image. We hear the following, right? Like, this is Bible, first page, bro. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. In the beginning, from the first page in the first chapter, God made males and females, right? And so there's no qualifier that one is better than the other. He made them both, right? And by doing what they did, Notre Dame High School said that one was a little better than the other. Kind of rough. As warrior saints, to stand up for this, to say the things that I'm saying right now, I'm sure will get me some backlash, right? Because, I mean, which woke mob do you want to enrage, right? One or the other. Someone's going to say, oh, good job, and someone's going to say, what a jerk you are, Father. It's hard to speak truth. It's hard to be brave. It's hard to be bold. And yet that is the very thing that we are called to do, is to speak the truth. Maybe it's not comfortable. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And we are yet called to speak the truth. And that's a challenge for us in this day and age, because we don't want to get squashed or canceled or yelled at or, offended or hurt or blah, 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 all this stuff. And so we tend to hide in the corner. What I'm saying is, it's time. This is a pivotal moment in the history of the world, right? Hard times create strong men, right? Well, weak men create hard times, which lead us into strong men. And we have had some weak men who have led us into these hard times. What if you were to stand up, ladies and gentlemen? What if it was your time to become a warrior saint? It's scary. Believe me, I know it. I do it every single day. But it's not impossible. And with God's power, indeed, we can do so. And we're here to help you. Visit us at warriorsaints.org. If you want to be a warrior saint, visit this website. Join us on the academy. We have a few classes and growing that are going to teach us how to be ferocious, God-fearing men and women, strong Christians, what we call warrior saints, who are unafraid. Well, let's say this, maybe afraid, but nevertheless brave enough to conquer their fear in order to speak the truth in a world that is not wanting to hear the truth. If you want to join that team and leave this mediocrity behind, it's pretty simple. Join us. Love you. Love you, beautiful people. I hope you join us. I hope you put behind you all of that fear and join us on the way of the warrior saint.